Oatmeal sounds like the bland sidekick of breakfast, right? But what if it's actually the secret superhero no one gives credit to? Turns out, this humble bowl might just be the morning game changer you didn't know you needed. Week 1. The Gut Revolution. The weirdest part about starting oatmeal every morning? It doesn't kick in with fireworks. No sudden burst of superhuman energy. No instant six-pack. The first real change happens where you least expect it. Your gut. And let me tell you, it's not always graceful at first. The first few mornings, I felt different. Some days I was fine. Other days my stomach sounded like it was rehearsing for a percussion concert. Honestly, I almost ditched the whole idea. I thought, maybe oatmeal and I just aren't meant to be. But then I dug a little deeper, and boom, turns out there's actual science behind the chaos. There's this thing called beta-glucan in oats. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But it's just a fancy name for a type of soluble fiber that basically acts like a sponge inside your body. It soaks up the bad stuff, like cholesterol, and keeps things moving. And the real magic? It feeds the good bacteria in your gut, like it's throwing them a buffet. Researchers found that eating oats regularly can actually boost the good guys, like Bifidobacterium and Akkermansia. Bacteria with names that sound like Harry Potter spells, but do wonders for your digestion. Now, if you're thinking of diving in head first with a giant bowl, slow your roll. I learned the hard way. Start with half a cup. Your gut needs a minute to figure out what's going on. Nobody tells you that part. But this is where it starts to get fun. Around day 7, I woke up and realized something felt off. Except in a good way. That post-breakfast bloat I just accepted as normal? Gone. My bathroom routine? Suddenly running on Swiss precision. That's when I realized oatmeal isn't just a breakfast. It's like a full-on gut renovation crew. Week 2, the energy game changer. Now this is when things got interesting, and where I realized most of us are totally tripping ourselves up without even realizing it. Somewhere around day 10, I had one of those light bulb moments. That awful mid-morning crash, the one that used to hit me like a ton of bricks around 10 a.m., just didn't show up. I was cruising through the morning, focused, clear-headed, even a little smug about it. And no, I hadn't secretly become a morning person. I just finally figured out how to do oatmeal right. See, oats are low on the glycemic index. That basically means they're not dumping sugar into your bloodstream all at once. They release energy slowly, like a drip feed for your brain. Instead of riding the blood sugar roller coaster, your body stays calm, your mind stays sharp, and your mood stops swinging like a toddler in a jungle gym. But here's the trap, and I walked right into it at first. I thought I was being super healthy by dressing up my oats with honey, banana, and dried fruit. Turns out, I was turning a stable, slow-carb breakfast into a full-blown sugar fiesta. And that steady energy I was chasing? Gone in a puff of glucose. So, I made one tiny change. I picked one sweet thing and left it at that. Half a banana, or a drizzle of maple syrup, or a few berries. Not all three in a bowl trying to outsweet each other. The other major upgrade? I added protein and healthy fats. Nothing fancy. Just a scoop of protein powder and a spoonful of almond butter. Suddenly, I wasn't just full. I was fueled. No snack cravings. No mental fog. Just solid, steady focus like my brain finally had the right kind of battery. It felt like I hacked breakfast, and I couldn't believe how long I'd been getting it wrong without even knowing it. Week 3, the cholesterol connection. By week 3, things started shifting in a way I couldn't exactly see, but I could feel. My energy wasn't just good, it was steady, balanced. No highs, no crashes. Just this weird sense of feeling lighter, like my body had finally stopped fighting something in the background. I didn't connect the dots at first, but then I found out about something called avenanthramides. Sounds like a secret ingredient in a wizard's potion, right? But these little guys are powerful antioxidants that live almost exclusively in oats. And they're not just sitting there looking fancy. They actively reduce inflammation and help your blood vessels relax and widen, which means better circulation and better everything. But let's not forget our old friend, beta-glucan. Yep, it's back, and still doing the heavy lifting. This fiber doesn't just chill in your system. It binds to LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, and helps usher it out of your body before it can sneak into your bloodstream. Some studies show it can cut LDL levels by up to 23%. That's huge. It's like oatmeal is sweeping your arteries with a tiny fiber broom every morning. Now, if you're doing this, you've got to do it right. That means skipping the instant packets. I know they're easy, but all that processing strips away a good chunk of the fiber and those fancy antioxidants. Go with steel cut or old-fashioned oats. They take a bit longer to cook, but your heart will thank you later. What really blew my mind was that these benefits aren't just one and done. Each bowl you eat adds up. It's like making a tiny deposit into your health savings account every morning. And unlike those overpriced superfoods that sound amazing but burn a hole in your wallet, oats are cheap. Ridiculously cheap for what they do. It almost feels unfair how much they're doing behind the scenes, and we've been sleeping on them this whole time. Week 4, the unexpected benefits. About a month in, something totally unexpected started happening. My skin looked clearer. The usual afternoon snack cravings just weren't there anymore. And the biggest surprise? I was actually sleeping better. Like, not just passing out. Because I'm exhausted sleep, but real restful sleep. Let's talk about the skin thing first, because that genuinely blew my mind. I wasn't using new products or doing anything different in my routine. The only change was breakfast. Turns out those avenanthromides, yeah, the same ones helping out your heart, also have this calming effect on inflammation in your skin. That means fewer random breakouts and a more even skin tone. I even had someone ask me what I was using on my face, which never happens unless I'm sunburned. But the sleep part? That's where I had a real light bulb moment. Oats naturally help your body make more serotonin, the feel-good brain chemical that also plays a huge role in sleep. So when your serotonin stays steady throughout the day, your body just knows how to wind down when it's time. You're not lying in bed scrolling endlessly, hoping to feel tired. You're actually ready to sleep. Now, a quick tip from personal experience. Eat your oats in the morning. Having them late at night might sound cozy, but the carbs can mess with your blood sugar and throw off melatonin production. Basically, you'll be comfy and full, but wide awake. There's also something quietly powerful happening with hormones, especially for women. Oats are packed with lignans, which are plant-based compounds that help balance estrogen levels. That's a big deal for anyone dealing with mood swings, hot flashes, or general hormonal chaos. It's one of those benefits you don't always notice immediately, but when things start feeling more balanced, it suddenly clicks. I didn't expect a breakfast food to touch so many areas of my life, but here I was, one bowl a day in, feeling better in ways I didn't even know needed fixing. Week 6, the weight management secret. All right, we've got to talk about the big one, weight loss. Because even though dropping pounds wasn't on my radar, something definitely changed around the 6-week mark. My clothes were fitting better. My jeans weren't begging for mercy. And the weird part? I hadn't actually done anything different other than oatmeal. Now let's clear something up. Oats don't magically melt fat. There's no fairy dust in that bowl. But what they do incredibly well is keep you full. That beta-glucan fiber I mentioned earlier, it turns into this thick, gel-like substance in your stomach. Sounds kind of gross, I know, but it's amazing at making you feel satisfied for hours. You're not reaching for snacks every 10 minutes, and you're not crashing and craving sugar by mid-morning. And the science backs it up. People who eat oatmeal for breakfast naturally tend to eat less for the rest of the day. Not because they're dieting or trying to restrict, but because their body genuinely isn't screaming for more food. But, and this is important, portion size matters way more than most of us think. When I first started, I was eyeballing my oats, dumping in what looked about right. Turns out I was eating nearly double the recommended amount. No wonder I wasn't seeing the results right away. Half a cup of dry oats is plenty. It cooks up to about a full bowl. More than that, and you're just overloading on carbs, even if they're healthy ones. So if there's one small fix you can make right now, it's this. Measure your oats. A simple half-cup measuring scoop before cooking can make a big difference. Trust me, your stomach and your genes will thank you. And don't forget the protein. Oats on their own are good, but pairing them with a scoop of protein powder, some Greek yogurt, or even an egg makes the whole meal work so much harder for you. It's the difference between staying full and feeling snacky an hour later. Little tweaks, big changes. Week 8, the brain boost. By the time I hit the 2-month mark, I noticed something unexpected, but kind of amazing. My brain wasn't fogging up by lunchtime anymore. You know that feeling when every little task feels like climbing a mountain? That started fading. I wasn't losing my train of thought mid-sentence, and I could actually finish my to-do list without needing 3 coffees and a nap. And the best part? I wasn't trying to boost brain power or hack my productivity. All I'd done was eat oatmeal. Every single morning. Turns out the brain is a huge fan of oats. Glucose is basically brain fuel, and oats are like the slow drip coffee of carbs. Instead of flooding your system like sugary cereal or white bread, they release energy gradually, like a well-paced marathon instead of a sprint and crash. That steady fuel helps your brain stay sharp, focused, and, honestly, a lot more pleasant to be around. But it's not just about the carbs. Oats are sneaky powerhouses when it comes to nutrients your brain quietly craves. Take magnesium, for example. It's one of those minerals we never talk about, but it plays a huge role in how we handle stress. Without enough magnesium, your nervous system basically goes into drama mode. Hello anxiety, restlessness, and snapping at the dog for no reason. One bowl of oats gives you nearly 15% of your daily magnesium needs. That might not sound like a lot, but it stacks up. Day after day, your system starts running smoother, like switching from a bumpy gravel road to a freshly paved highway. Want to kick it up a notch? Toss a handful of walnuts into your oatmeal. Not only do they add some crunch, but they also bring omega-3s to the party, which your brain absolutely loves. They're like little mood-boosting memory ninjas. And those B vitamins in oats, especially thiamine, they help convert all those good carbs into clean, usable energy that keeps your brain humming all day long. It's like giving your mind premium fuel without even thinking about it. Month 3, the long-term transformation. After about 3 months of eating oatmeal every single morning, I didn't just feel good, I felt transformed. My energy wasn't crashing, my digestion had never been smoother, and there was this low-key, vibrant energy running through me. It's hard to describe unless you felt it, but it was like I'd upgraded my operating system without realizing it. But here's the twist. I almost burned out. Yep, oatmeal fatigue is real. And it wasn't the oats' fault. It was mine. I had gotten so hooked on how great I felt, I started eating the exact same bowl every single day. Same toppings, same flavor, same method. And after a while, my enthusiasm started to wane. That's when I realized long-term health habits only work if they're sustainable, and sustainability means variety. So, I started switching things up. Monday became my brain-boosting oats day, with blueberries, walnuts, and a sprinkle of cinnamon. Wednesdays were anti-inflammatory oats with turmeric, ground flaxseed, and almond milk. Fridays? Chocolate protein oats with cacao powder and a scoop of vanilla protein. Suddenly, breakfast became something to look forward to again. And get this approach isn't just fun, it's backed by science. In regions known for their long-living populations, like the blue zones, people consistently eat high-fiber, slow-digesting breakfasts, much like oatmeal. But they also diversify their diets, rotating ingredients to support different systems in the body. This kind of diversity keeps gut bacteria thriving, helps regulate insulin, and supports a natural process called autophagy. That's your body's way of cleaning out damaged cells and regenerating healthier ones. Mixing up your oatmeal with seasonal fruits, spices, plant-based milks, or superfoods like chia or hemp seeds isn't just tasty. It's a smart way to keep your body and taste buds happy over the long haul. Now, I want to be upfront about the potential bumps along the way because, believe it or not everyone has a perfect experience when they start eating oats every day. Some people notice bloating or stomach discomfort early on. That's usually because their bodies are adjusting to a sudden jump in fiber intake, or maybe because of underlying gut sensitivities. The best approach here is to ease into it. Start with smaller portions and give your digestive system time to get used to the change. Another thing to keep in mind is gluten sensitivity. Oats themselves don't contain gluten, but since they're often processed in facilities that also handle wheat, there's a real risk of cross-contamination. If gluten is a concern for you, it's important to choose oats that are certified gluten-free to avoid any unwanted reactions. For those managing blood sugar levels or taking medication for diabetes, there's an interesting twist. Oats can actually enhance the effectiveness of blood sugar medications, which sounds great, but it also means your blood sugar could dip lower than expected. It's not a bad thing, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on and talk over with your healthcare provider to avoid surprises. So, while oats have tons of benefits, they're not a one-size-fits-all miracle. Being mindful of how your body responds and making small adjustments along the way can make all the difference in turning oatmeal into a sustainable, health-boosting habit. After 3 months of making oatmeal my daily morning ritual, the changes were undeniable. Steady energy, smoother digestion, clearer skin, and sharper focus. The secret isn't just the oats themselves, but the consistency and care you put into this simple habit. Oats deliver powerful benefits, lowering cholesterol, stabilizing blood sugar, feeding good gut bacteria, and flooding your body with antioxidants. But none of this matters if you don't commit to showing up for yourself every day, one bowl at a time. If you've enjoyed learning how oatmeal can transform your health, don't keep it to yourself. Hit like, subscribe, and share this video to help others unlock the same benefits. And remember, the power to change how you feel starts with one small choice tomorrow morning. So grab that bowl, make your oats your own, and fuel your best life. Your body and mind will thank you for it. Let's take that step together.